channel. Today we are at Mundo Pixar exhibition, which is near Wembley Stadium, Wembley Arena. Got the Met line down, took us about 20 to 30 minutes, and that was from Liverpool Street, and that brings you directly, once you get off the tube, it's about a 5-minute walk to the exhibition.
Welcome to the Mundo Pixar experience. Are we all excited?
Yes!
To welcome you to Mundo Pixar experience. Get ready to embark on adventures and experience countless emotions. Heroes.
The first two rooms of the exhibition were from the film Up, which was first released in 2009, and it's my all-time favourite Disney Pixar movie. Every detail has been recreated with unbelievable accuracy, from the bright pastel colours of the walls to the classic porch and the tiny mailbox. What I loved most is how you feel like you are stepping into a real-life scene of the movie and heading off for a big adventure. Stop, look, we are now in Monsters Inc., which, believe it or not, was first released in 2001. While literally on the factory floor in this scene. Tell me the doors don't look like they're about to start flying around the room. The attention to detail is amazing. The scream canisters, hazard lights, the doors, every element of this makes you feel like you are about to step into Monsters Inc. And of course, the main characters are there, Mike and Sully, which make the most amazing photo op. I love how Mundo Pixar doesn't just decorate a room, the attention to detail is outstanding. Room 4 is another one of my favourites, Toy Story. You literally step into a full-size Andy's room. Look at the scale of everything. The bed frame is huge. The desk is massive. We are literally toy size right now. And somewhere in here, Woody is watching to make sure you are not moving. Be honest, are you more Team Woody or Team Buzz? I've got to say I'm always Team Buzz. It gets more chaotic in the next room because we're heading into Toy Story 3. In room 5 is Toy Story 3, which originally came out in 2010. We've gone now from the nostalgia of Andy's room to the full-on Sunnyside daycare. The colours are brighter and everything in here feels much more playful. But if you know, you know, this place is not what it seems. And somewhere in here, hiding, is Lotso, who, if we're honest, gave us all trust issues. Something of note in each of the rooms is a very small Pixar ball, and you have to try and find it. Toy Story 3 was definitely one of Pixar's most emotional films. Room 6 is the film Elemental, which first came out in 2023. It was definitely one of the smaller themed rooms, and I've got to be honest, it's a film I've not seen yet. Room 7 is Inside Out 2, which came out in 2024. Okay, I don't think emotionally I was prepared for this one. Let's go and meet the emotions. Look at the control centre and memory orbs. You feel like you are in Riley's mind. The colours in this room were absolutely breathtaking and definitely one of our favourite rooms. Room 8 is Ratatouille, which first came out in 2007. You enter into Gusto's kitchen. The large giant pots, the stainless steel counters and the oversized tiled walls. I love how they've made everything oversized again, and once again you feel tiny. Ratatouille is one of my least favourite films, but I appreciated the amazing theming. In room 9 and 10, we're about to step into the world of Coco, which first came out in 2017. The film is heavily based on a character called Miguel, who just wanted to follow his passion for music. In the centre of the first room, you see Miguel sitting with his great-grandmother, and he's trying to get her to remember her father through music to ensure that he can return on the Day of the Dead. The colours, the marigolds, the glowing lights and the immersion in both of these rooms were out of this world. You also have the most amazing smells, which really gives a different element of immersion for both of these rooms, and definitely one of our favourites. Room 11, so we're about to step into Luca, which first came out in 2021. I'm expecting sunshine, pastel buildings and main character summer energy. I think after this I might want to move to Italy. The pastel houses, the cobblestones and ice cream, and of course the traditional Vespa. And it smells like you're actually by the seaside. I love this room. So room 12. So one of our final pit stops is Cars, which came out in 2006. We are literally heading into Radiator Springs with full-size Mater and Lightning McQueen. Ka-chow! Such an immersive room and great photo ops. I can't believe we're in our 13th and final room, and it's got to be Finding Nemo, which originally came out in 2003. The lighting makes you feel like you're under the sea. The coral details, colours, movement and design genuinely makes you feel like you're in the Great Barrier Reef. You are swimming through the ocean with Nemo and Marlin, and there's some great photo ops in here. So to go to the Mundo Pixar experience, it cost us around £67 for 2 adults. You have to book a specific time slot. So we booked the 11:30. They recommend that you get there about 15 minutes before, just to allow time for check-in, to do some photos. There is security checks and they won't allow you to take in a very large backpack. But there is a cloakroom and it costs £3 per sort of cubby hole for your items. So that's worth doing if you don't want to carry around large bags around. Myself and Andy were in there for about an hour and a quarter. You get sent round in your time groups. There are no time restrictions regarding how long you can be in each room, but once you move on to the next room, you're not able to go back. So if you are in one room longer than another, one of the other groups may catch up to you. We didn't feel rushed at all, and we felt we had plenty of time to actually take the photos and look at each of the rooms. There was, I believe, 13 rooms in total. Some were much better themed and bigger than others, but overall I thought the experience was really good value for money. We really enjoyed it. The only thing that I was sad about, there wasn't a Brave room, because that's one of our favourite Pixar movies, but it was a really good experience, really enjoyable. There was a great shop at the end, and of course we did buy a little bit of merch, so I'll show you what we brought. So Toy Story is one of my favourite Pixar movies. I've been looking for something to store my DJI in when I go into the parks, so I bought a little Toy Story pencil case. So it's got aliens on all over, and then you've got Woody and Buzz on the front. This was $15.95. It's actually quite large inside. I just thought it would be ideal for storing my cameras when I go in the park, and it's got a little hook as well, so I brought that. I also love Rex, so I couldn't resist this tote bag, so brought just move the strap so you can see. So I brought this Rex tote bag. One thing I liked about this, so usually tote bags are just open, but this does actually have a zip pocket inside, which is really good if you want to keep something secure, such as your purse. And this was $19.95 in the shop. There was no discounts at all. And then we bought a t-shirt for Andy. This is the Pixar Animation Studio t-shirt. So you've got a small Pixar light and ball on the front, and then you've got a larger one on the back, and that was $29.95. Thank you so much for watching the vlog today, and if you've enjoyed today's vlog, do hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, please do think about subscribing. I've got lots of you watching, which is fantastic, and I'm very, very grateful, but please hit the subscribe button so the channel can continue to grow. And I will see you next time. Thanks for following on. Bye.